So here we have some really old valves on this water heater that need to be cut out. So we're going to cut above the valve. We're going to cut above the valve here and put on a new one, new SharkBite, and replace these lines with flexible supply lines. So these are really old gate valves that are on there right now, and they just tend to lead to a lot of problems. You can see all the corrosion on this and all the water buildup. It's been hurting this, so it needs to be switched out. So first thing we did is we're emptying the water heater so it's easier to move around and there won't be water in these pipes when we're cutting them and putting on the new valves. Cleaning up the water line so that we can put on the other valves and they'll have a nice good connection. So we shut the water off to work on the water heater, but something a lot of people forget is to take these little aerators off, because when you turn the water back on, all this sediment flows through and it can clog up your aerator, and then either water won't come out or it will come out improperly and it'll seem like your sink isn't working anymore, so your faucet's not working anymore. So we usually take these off and reinstall them after we run all the water through the lines once we turn the main back on. I'm going to try this little tool here. And there we go. See, there's a little bit of sediment on there already. You always want to make sure these aerators stay nice and clean to ensure proper water flow. And I'm going to go do this to the kitchen sink. Right here, I'm just cleaning up these. Looks like there's a deteriorated rubber gasket in there. So we had to replace the fitting. We soldered on a short piece of 1/2-inch copper tubing, and we threw on this SharkBite shutoff valve. Here's another piece of 1/2-inch all the way down our supply line. We got this, a little bit of pipe dope on it, or pipe thread sealant, and we're just about finished with the supply line. So here's what we ended up with. We had some issues when we tried to put the SharkBite on the first time. There was still some soldering on the back here, so we heated it up, used some sand tape, got it off. We put our SharkBites on, put on a connector piece. We've got our supply lines here. They actually do sell one-piece SharkBite supply lines that actually have this valve, so you don't actually need this piece. Less connections, less places for it to fail. They're pretty awesome. Another thing you might notice is that we put it so that if this SharkBite ever fails, this lever will drop and will shut off water access. That way water's not just keeping on running if the valve fails.